Oh my gosh. Mount Olympus did it again. Let's talk about it.
Now get ready. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ride and Ride Mechanic channel. How the heck are you doing today? Alright, this is going to be a real quick video today. Won't be making money off of this one. Alright, I got a viewer email was sent to me and they said, hey, check this out. This was sent by a Reddit user. This is a link to Reddit. From r/roller coasters, if I have that right, r roller coasters. It's entitled Mount Olympus derailed while I was on it. Are we okay? Yeah. Let's watch it real quick.
Okay, so just walk down.
Yeah, you're gonna have to walk here.
All right, cool.
All right, so unescorted, unaccompanied. Wait a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, no, come on.
So Cyclops just casually derailed.
Okay. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe it's off the brake a little bit. No, the brake fin looks like it's in there.
First ride of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I'm not trying to get in the way.
Oh
This
man.
is crazy. Definitely.
Oh, that's the
jankiest
lead
park in
coach.
America.
That's the lead
That's
coach too.
insane. First ride of the day.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Cyclops derailed, and I'm just walking on the track casually.
Yeah, casually. Why wouldn't you?
What the fuck?
Let's do it again because I'm Twisted Metal Black, right?
Okay, so just walk down.
Yeah, you're gonna have to walk here.
All right, cool.
Oh, just walk down. Yeah, you're going to have to walk on that side. Typically, you have people walk with people that are coming off of the train just because it's like you got to keep an eye on them because in this person's case, like when they're walking back to the station, to the left is the track, which has it has open holes in it where somebody could fall through and fall down to the ground. So you want to try to keep an eye on people just to make sure it's like, hey, don't try to do something like cross the track. Don't try to do other things like slip off like on this side over here. I've noticed there's no toe boards over there. So it's like it's not quite to safety standards at all. Let's go up through here.
Yeah, no, come on.
Oh man.
So
look
it's
at
like
that. Let's yeah, the walk board doesn't even extend to the rail on that. I mean, normally you put another board right here so it at least extends to the... Whatever. I'm moving along.
so Cyclops just casually derailed.
This is the Cyclops ride. Look at... Okay. It's in one... So this thing's pointed into the brake. It is into the brake right there. I could see it. It's in the brake. So the brake is holding it. Where's the rest of the train?
This is insane. First ride of the day.
Oh yeah, look, everyone else back over there. And there, if you notice, they're actually downhill. They're actually curved off over there. So if this guy were to free up right here, I'm not sure if there's another brake behind it, but if this were to free up, assuming this is the first brake, I mean, I see the track curves, it looks like, so this might be the first brake. If that's the case and it pulled out of that brake, the whole train could roll backwards. For these two people, if it were to roll backwards right now, it'd be bumpy for them a little bit more than usual. Probably not bumpier than how it got in there in the first place, but bumpier. But I mean, you still have the upstops that are on underneath 1, 2, 3 corners of it, even though this could shift over and that backup stop could come out of there. But This is probably one of the old, like the PTC style trains. I'm not sure if this is that train or not. I'm not good with that sort of stuff. But so yeah, somewhere that train should be chained off. This person's not really in danger because if it came loose, it would roll backwards. I would think you would want to prevent it from rolling backwards. In general, I'd chain it off. I mean, I like to secure train with people on it myself.
Yep.
It's a nice shot. Nice shot. Okay, so what do we have here? You know, there's your road wheel right there. There's your guide wheel right there. There's your upstop. And right at the edge of the mouse right there, the upstop is sitting on about 3/4 of an inch wood, and that is the guide steel. So what's happened in this case, you have your 2 laminate stacks that stand upright, guides, and the upstops are underneath them. And as this was coming in, somewhere further back from where the video is being taken right now, as it was being pushed hard, I'd imagine to the left, that left-hand laminate stack, instead of being straight up and down, that left-hand laminate stack like this was basically leaned outwards, which caused the coach to go further to the left than normal, and a little bit of force behind it caused it to go up. Now you're saying, where is that force coming up at? Well, it could be that it did it right here at the braking zone. As soon as it came into the brake, the whole train basically accordioned, which is where all the coaches essentially run into each other on a very, very small scale. But that puts pressure sideways on all the coaches. So if the laminate stack is out of position or loose in this particular area, and it accordion like that, then it could have forced that one wheel up and out due to the frontward braking force. Could have happened there. Or if, I'm not sure the backstory on this, if it was like this for a little bit, if like the guy's like, yeah, it happened on the last corner, then it's like it's the corner's laminate stack that leaned over due to the forces exerted on that laminate stack, which could have leaned for many reasons. It could be a stack of bad wood in the center, which caused the whole thing to shift over. It could be simply loose, because laminate stacks are a pain in the butt to tighten up. The screws are about 32 inches long that go through there. They have to go all the way down to the bottom. They may look tight, but if you stick a wrench on them, they're loose. It could have been the boards they were really dry, got really wet. They tightened them up, and then they dried back out again, and then the whole stack loosened up again. Wooden roller coasters sometimes can be a pain in the butt to deal with for this.
Derailed.
And I don't see another brake assembly back, as I think that is the first brake assembly. Yeah, somewhere back there, you'll be able to see towards the back somewhere on the guide wheel steel. You'll be able to see a spot where there's a big shiny steel, big shiny metal, like a 45-degree angle where that upstop wheel just came up and out of there.
Sorry. I'm not trying to get in the way. Yeah, this is crazy. Definitely the jankiest park in America.
Casually walks back to the station.
That's insane. First ride of the day.
First ride.
Cyclops derailed, and I'm just walking on the track casually.
Imagine that being your first ride of the day. I'm assuming it's his first ride of the day, not the first train's cycle of the day. I don't know. Position of the sun to the boards. It looks like the sun's still pretty high up, being these are vertical. That's there. Not sure which way the sun's going, but it's either, I don't know, that could be like 11 o'clock in the morning, depending on where that is. Or like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. Maybe someone could comment with some backstory here. Again, this is by r/roller coasters. 129,000 members. Wow. That's great. That's great. I think I've done something else from this person as well. Okay, so Mt Olympus, not a great record with these guys. We saw it on, what was it, Zeus? Zeus last year, where they were standing in front of the train and doing that sort of stuff. So reading through the comments, this happened today, which is, I'm not sure when I can release this video, but this is July 7th, Monday. So yeah, that is a classic wooden roller coaster derail. And what I was saying at the beginning, where I was like, oh my gosh, that's the front coach, is that the rest of the coaches tend to follow. So if you take a middle coach and derail one wheel, it's kind of pinned in between the rest of the train. It can't really go anywhere. But you take the front coach and you undo one wheel, it's not too long before it takes the other one out and then could twist, especially with the trailer hitch where they link with a hitch bar instead of trailered onto each other. With the hitch bars, it'll allow the whole coach to pivot, and then the front could come out. If the whole thing came out of the tracks, that's when you see really deadly stuff, like the whole coach could twist sideways and then roll over on itself. Really, really, really bad stuff. So, and the same kind of thing can also happen with the very rear. So if you ever have spot derailments, which are occasional on woodies, very occasional from time to time, but you want them to happen mid-train, which is a lot of times where that accordion effect happens anyway, and it kind of pushes the middle of the train around. I've dealt with it in person one time myself, like physically in person on a wooden roller coaster that I was overseeing, and that's what happened. The laminate stack laid over, and mid-train, one coach, its upstop wheel came out like that. So, and it caused, it actually stopped out mid-track when it did that, because the train just loses all sorts of energy and it can't go anywhere. So it valleys typically when that happened. Wow, I guess just start inserting funny comments here. No one was injured, which is a good thing. It didn't look like in this particular case. It might have been a rough stop, but I don't think anyone was really close to injury or getting hurt here. But it had potential. Of course, every accident has potential, no matter what. Anyways, let me know what you think. Mount Olympus. If it's anything like my last videos, here comes all the Mount Olympus comments down at the bottom. Get a bag of popcorn and start reading comments. All right. That's going to do it for this video. Like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff downstairs. If you're a Reddit user, go over and follow r/rollercoasters. This person's got they've got the videos. I don't know where they come from. It's theirs or if they're getting handed to them, but it's amazing. All right. I'm Ryan the Ride Mechanic. Stay off the air gates. Bye.